industrial-scale kitchens to tackle a regional-scale crisis. Each day, cooks at the transit camp in Dolo Ado boil tons of rice and stew 200 goats to make sure almost 11,000 people get fed every day. For those weakened by drought and a prolonged march across the desert, this is a godsend.
This is quite literally a lifeline. The food that they're serving here isn't anywhere near enough to meet all of the needs of all of the people, but it is vastly more than what most of them are getting back in Somalia. It is helping to keep them alive.
This is what the UN means when it talks of drastic action to avert widespread deaths. And it's not just in the refugee camps outside Somalia that the UN is scaling up. In the Somali capital, Mogadishu itself, the World Food Programme is also helping to feed the vast numbers of people who've fled here looking for nutrition. But Al-Shabaab, the Islamist rebels who control most of the worst affected regions of Somalia, say all this is overblown. They've accused the UN of trying to politicise the crisis. The UN says all it wants to do is help save lives.
I've met here today people from all over southern Somalia, and there's no food where they are. And what we've heard from them, I just heard from one woman who's lost 3 of her children. And so we're calling on the world to really back operations to scale up very quickly to reach those in the epicenter in the famine conditions in southern Somalia. It's very dangerous and risky, but we have to reach people. They're not making it all the way here to Mogadishu.
Those who do make it to Mogadishu or here to Dolo Ado in Ethiopia are telling horrific stories of animals perishing, of a land with nothing left to give, of people exhausted and starving. We can't verify Al-Shabaab's claim that this crisis isn't as bad as the UN says it is, but the flow of refugees and their heart-wrenching stories continue. Greste, Al Jazeera in the Dolo Ado refugee camp in eastern Ethiopia.